Lyrica is FDA approved to treat diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica is not for everyone. It may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these. New or worsening depression or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, changes in eyesight including blurry vision, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or skin sores from diabetes. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Having reduced pain is great, and I'm grateful for it.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica today. It's specific treatment for diabetic nerve pain.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know the Great Wall of China wasn't always so great?
What should we do?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
From restoring damage in just one room to an entire building, turn to the cleanup team that's here in your community and here to help at 1-800-SERVE-PRO, like it never even happened.
Hershey's Spreads. Bring the delicious taste of Hershey's chocolate to anything. Everything. With Hershey's Spreads, the possibilities are delicious.
Want to know how hard it can be to breathe with COPD? It can feel like this. COPD includes chronic bronchitis and emphysema. Spiriva is a once-daily inhaled COPD maintenance treatment that helps open my airways for a full 24 hours. You know, Spiriva helps me breathe easier.
Spiriva Handihaler Tiotropium Bromide Inhalation Powder does not replace rescue inhalers for sudden symptoms. Tell your doctor if you have kidney problems, glaucoma, trouble urinating, or an enlarged prostate. These may worsen with Spiriva. Discuss all medicines you take, even eye drops. Stop taking Spiriva and seek immediate medical help if your breathing suddenly worsens, your throat or tongue swells, you get hives, vision changes or eye pain, or problems passing urine. Other side effects include dry mouth and constipation.
Nothing can reverse COPD. Spiriva helps me breathe better.
Does breathing with COPD weigh you down? Don't wait to ask your doctor about Spiriva Handihaler.
This allergy season, will you be a sound sleeper or a mouth breather? A mouth breather. How do you sleep like that? Well, put on a Breathe Right strip and shut your mouth. Allergy medicines open your nose over time, but add a Breathe Right strip and pow, it instantly opens your nose up to 38% more. So you can breathe and do the one thing you want to do, sleep. Add Breathe Right to your allergy medicine, shut your mouth, and sleep right. Breathe Right.
Sonic has like every slush flavor someone could ever want.
That's right. This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
What?
Get colorful with new Sonic slushes, now available with Nerds Candy. This is how you Sonic.
All right, so we've been asking you to send us pictures on Facebook or Twitter of what you're doing this weekend. This one came from one of my favorite places in the world, in Jupiter, Florida, the Dog Beach there. This is just north of Marcinski, if you're familiar with this area. This is from Susan, and these are her dogs, Reagan and June. They are sisters, and I just want to say we need to caption this, because right before we came back on air, we were having a great time here in studio, imagining what these two very happy pups were saying in this gorgeous water.
Kate, what are they saying?
It's a beautiful day.
What are they telling you, Kate?
I don't know, Mark. We're going to have to do a caption this contest. I think they're mostly saying like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. It feels so good.
Yeah, that works.
Well, be careful if you are heading out to the beach, because the sand can be hot on paws for dogs as well as little kiddos. And so if you are heading out to the beach along the Gulf Coast today or up the East Coast, not a bad day for it. The middle part of the country, though, Missouri over into Illinois, and then up into the northern plains, that's where we have a risk of severe weather. Going into tomorrow, this moves a little farther east. So we're talking about Kentucky, Tennessee, into Arkansas tomorrow, as well as North and South Dakota. Out west, you're actually a little drier. We're going to see a little break from the southwest monsoon. I mean, it's still in place, but you're just not going to see quite as widespread coverage because we don't have that upper level low anymore. So what we've got going on heading into Monday is that we've got this system that continues to push east. This low is going to track across the middle part of the East Coast, and that means you've got added showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, and we see the heat continue through the southern plains. Mark?
Well, time now for our series Responding by Storm. We share the amazing rescue and recovery missions of the First Response Team of America. Today, Maria LaRosa met with 2 team members who use their skills as farmers to help others during storms.
There is a familiar rhythm to life on a Pennsylvania farm. Each crop has a season, horses are groomed, and stables cleaned. But life for Tim Walkowitz and Darren Fry, young farmers turned First Response Team of America members, is a stark contrast to anything routine.
Essentially, you're signing up for a life that is completely unpredictable. You're basically giving up everything that you know that's normal to travel at any given moment.
Travel that takes Tim and Darren into the devastating aftermath of severe weather to help storm victims. Their unique farm upbringing makes them perfect for the job.
I think working on a farm, I'm used to working around machinery, used to put in long days, working in all kinds of weather.
You have to help others. If they can't get something done, you have to help them out. You're always working together as a team to try and get everything done around the farm.
As team members, they spend months at a time on the road, away from the serenity of Lancaster and their close-knit families.
Though it makes it difficult on the team member, I think it also shows their commitment to the communities that they know are going to need their help.
It's not just personal and family life that Darren and Tim sacrifice. As highly trained, heavy machine operators, these young 20-somethings could be making huge salaries elsewhere.
To me, life's not always been about money. To be able to go out and help people and finding something that I enjoy doing is worth more.
To help other people and to see the relief on their face when we show up, to see them start to put their lives back together, that's all that we need.
The team's work is rewarding, but also extremely dangerous, leaving their loved ones at home with mixed emotions.
Sometimes I'm very anxious because I get text. I am in this city and I'm looking at the radar and I see it just about to get clobbered by a tornado.
I mean, I'd rather him be at home and safe. You just get used to it. I mean, it's what he's doing and it's what he loves.
As relatives remain at home, team members forge deep bonds while away from their farms.
You can't help but almost be like a family. You've got to have that unit, that strength, that loyalty to each other for survival.
It's a loyalty that continues to drive the team to devastated storm sites and return them home to the beauty of their farms.
Thanks, Maria, and we'll be checking out the tropics coming up right after this break in your local on the 8s.
Responding by Storm, powered by Ram Trucks. Guts, Glory, Ram.
The powerful and efficient 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with 22 highway miles per gallon and 395 horsepower.
Come with me now. Come with me now. Come with me now.
How far you take it is entirely up to you. Guts, Glory, Ram.
Come with me now.
Discover Brookside and discover an exciting combination of tastes. Rich dark chocolate covering soft centers, flavored with exotic fruit juices. It's chocolate and fruit flavors like you've never experienced before. Discover Brookside.
I'm Creek Stewart, Weather Channel survival expert. Every Sunday night, we're taking 3 regular guys deep into the woods.
Are you serious?
Where we'll teach them not just to survive,
make fire,
but how to truly live.
Look at this caveman.
Show yourself what you're made of on Weather Channel Survival Sundays. At 9, it's So You Think You'd Survive. Then at 10, Fat Guys in the Woods. Every Sunday night on the Weather Channel.
Are you ready?
Off the couch, into the weather.
Currently,
In the nation, the safest feature in your car is you. Add Vanishing Deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off for every year of safe driving, which for you shouldn't be a problem. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Insurance.
Nationwide is on your side.
Let's make an entrance. Let's go against the grain. This way, that way, even up that way. Let's review this, workshop that. Let's save, and then let's get down to it. Let's make your home feel like this, and make you feel like this. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Marazzi Montagna wood look tile flooring is now just $239 a square foot.
Do you remember the hassle of vacuuming before the Dyson Digital Motor? Before it gave the DC59 Motorhead powerful suction and perfect balance in your hand for cleaning those difficult-to-reach places? And before our direct drive cleaner head increased brush bar power by 75%, DC59 Motorhead outcleans the 5 best-selling full-size vacuums across carpets and hard floors without the hassle of a cord.
Can this decadent fruit-top pastry with indulgent streusel crumble be from Fiber One? New Fiber One streusel.
Want proof that Pantene makes your hair healthier all the way to the end? Put Pantene to the test. Watch. When hair loses protein, it splits and fails the needle test. But with Pantene, the Advanced Pro V formula helps prevent protein loss and stop split ends before they start. So your hair passes the test with...
We snack on cheese. Box Trolls snack on these. We shake our booties. They beat their boxes.
I'm a box troll. Off with the box.
But on September 26th...
No more hiding.
When you roll with the trolls, it's gonna get ugly. The Box Trolls, rated PG.
Alpacker Lincoln invites you to our Summer Invitation event. Enjoy Summer Invitation savings on Lincoln's best-selling models. Like a 2014 Lincoln MKZ, just $299 a month. Or a 2014 Lincoln MKS, just $379 a month. The Summer Invitation event is going on now at Alpacker Lincoln on Military Trail, home of bottom line windshield pricing. And remember, before you buy, Price Packer.
K-12 parents say their child has benefited academically.
Enrollment still open. Call today or go to K12.com.
Weather Geeks, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
Well, every hurricane season, thousands of cities are at risk of being hit by a hurricane. And starting Monday, senior hurricane specialist Brian Norcross counts down our top 5 most dangerous and maybe most vulnerable hurricane cities.
So the question is, do you live in one of them? Find out all next week right here on the Weather Channel. It starts on Monday.
But right now, it's time for your tropical update with Dr. Greg Postel. And Doc, the famous word for you is the swirly. Any swirlies out there that you're watching today?
There are always swirlies out there. You know, when I lived in Kansas City for a long time, I was afraid of hurricanes. Now, that doesn't sound right, like Kansas. I don't know, I just was.
Just because? Is that why you decided to study them?
Nah, that's probably why. That's probably why. Let's have a look now at the satellite pictures over the Caribbean. We've got a swirly mark over the Caribbean that is moving through. Not so big a deal, I don't think. We got some showers and thunderstorms along the way with lightning and some big ocean waves. That's about it. Maybe some gusty winds as well. So not so bad squally weather working its way through, for example, the U.S. and British Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico as well. So they've got to deal with this for probably another 6 to 12 hours before it's off toward their west. And if you look at the low-level wind flow, which I put on here, you can see that it's kind of a gentle open wave right now, kind of like that. The low-level wind flow is moving in a wave-like fashion and not real strong at that. So really, we're just dealing with some scattered rains and some winds that aren't really any different than they are otherwise. So that's about it, and that'll be moving through in a matter of just a few hours. Now let's turn our attention to what's going on over Africa, because I want to take us back now a week to last Saturday, where we had a disturbance coming off Africa. It was called Invest 94L. It's no longer, but it was called Invest 94L. This is what happened to it as we moved through last week. It went across the Atlantic Ocean, got totally beaten up by the harsh conditions aloft, and found itself over the Caribbean, and that's the one that I was just talking about right now. It was 94L and no longer, and that's what happened to it. So the disturbances that I'm looking at now in that very same region of the Eastern Atlantic, I think are going to suffer the same fate. They may look good on the visible satellite pictures with wind rotating all the way around their centers. There's a couple of them out there, but you know what? I think the air is just too dry so that this Invest 95L, which earlier today had some probabilities of development, it doesn't anymore. The chances now are a big fat 0. That's the latest from the National Hurricane Center. They gave that Invest 95L now a 0% chance of developing over the next 5 days. I think it's going to end up doing the same thing that this one did over the Caribbean now, bringing some unsettled weather and some showers. Guys, back to you.
The goose egg back. Well, we'll keep watching the tropics, that's for sure.
I need another week and a half longer.
All right.
That's all, and then we can heat up in the tropics. That's
all right, maybe that'll happen, because that's when we get closer to the peak. And anyway, earlier in the show, if you were watching, we told you about the Dream Ride Rally.
It's a project that's near and dear to me. It's a group of motorcycle riders raising money and awareness for the Special Olympics. I warned them that this may happen on their way from Palm Beach Gardens to Gainesville, Florida, and look what they ran into. Yeah, this is video sent in. This is from Eric Weinberger in Sebring, Florida. Now, Sebring gets thunderstorms almost every single day, but it is especially wet there right now.
Yeah, due east of Tampa in the central portions of Florida, you'll run into Sebring, and there are those storms that came right across the state. They started near the coast and moved inland. They're continuing their trek towards the eastern side of the state.
I tell you what, in Florida, there's nothing good about a west wind, especially not this time of year. It's hot, and it looks like you may have rain all the way to Gainesville.
Hit or miss storms for that ride, and even tomorrow through the week, there is that chance for some hit or miss storms further north.
Right. It does look like it'll be pretty decent for you in Kennesaw, but once you get to Monday and you're making that ride up through North Carolina and into Virginia, you could see some more thunderstorms, and some of those could be pretty strong. So Dream Ride, hang in there, you'll get through it.
And Highway Through Hell is coming up next, but stay with us. If severe weather strikes where you live, we'll be back. We'll break in locally and bring it to you right here.
Currently in our area, 91 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 91, chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Low 77. Chance of rain 40%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, good morning to you, St. Louis. You woke up to quite a lot of rain, or it's afternoon now. This is now pushing off into Illinois. You've got some thunderstorms in spots. Now let's go ahead and take a look where it's soaking. Litchfield, you are just getting soaked right now as this little thunderstorm moves on through. Vandalia, you've got quite a lot of rain as well. And then take a look up here where we've got a flash flood warning. This is far to the north. We're looking in Bismarck. Just outside of there, you're getting a good soaker this morning, and you'll notice Burley and Kidder counties until 5 p.m. You are under a flash flood warning because these showers and thunderstorms, they don't have a lot of movement to them. So flash flooding going to be concerned for this area today, as well as the risk for damaging winds and large hail for this part of the country, and then also down south in the Midwest where I was just showing you. So we'll be watching Missouri into northern Arkansas into Illinois today as we watch these thunderstorms roll on through. Highway Through Hell starts right now. Its severe weather strikes will break in locally with your programming.
This time on the Highway Through Hell.
40 to 75 centimeters. It's the biggest storm I've ever seen.
The nastiest night of the year.
Oh my God, it's bad. Oh my God.
Becomes a nightmare.
Close until further notice.
When a load of methanol,
highly flammable,
is it leaking?
Strands drivers in an avalanche zone.
Keep going.
And a bad day gets worse when someone smashes the rotator.
Oh my God.
In British Columbia's rugged mountains, there's a highway like no other. The Coquihalla is an engineering marvel. But when the weather turns bad...
Look out!
It's like the Bermuda Triangle of truck accidents.
Keeping the Coke open takes an army.
When the highway shuts down, the world shuts down.
And a last line of defense.
David Davis en route.
A heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because here, closure is not an option. Forecasters have just issued a heavy snowfall warning.
Anywhere between 15 to 40, 45 centimeters. 60 up on the hill, I'm thinking.
A monster storm has been brewing in the Pacific.
Oh, they're going to get that 70 centimeters easy up there.
It's about to run head-on into the Coke.
Oh, there's an advisory out on the 5. Oh, well, it's winter. Get ready to put on your chains.
Full water tank, go ahead.
Yeah, he's also put a travel advisory on stating heavy